Welcome to the Hoosier Illustrated post-game show. I'm Dylan Traeger, joined by Kyler Staley. Kyler, a big exhibition matchup, Indiana taking it by a blowout. What are your initial thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it's an exhibition game, so you can't really, take too much of it with a grain. You can take a lot of it with a grain of salt, really, in a lot of sense. But, I mean, Indiana, I thought they were a little bit more cohesive out there than they were against Tennessee. I would say, obviously, Tennessee, Marian, two completely different opponents, but obviously the big thing that comes out of that is the three-point shooting. Still wasn't spectacular. I think it was 24%, 6 of 25. So, but other takeaways. Omar Valla looked really, really good. He was really good as a passing big. Him and Malik Renew continued to build on some really big chemistry. The big surprise, I think, was Bryson Tucker tonight. First time seeing him in an Indiana uniform and actually playing, and he went out there and he balled out. I mean, that mid-range game was just phenomenal. Making athletic plays, getting out in transition. Miles Rice, again, was really good at pushing the pace. The pace is obviously big for this Indiana team. And then Ja'Kai Newton. That was the big one, right? The first time you got to see him on the floor in 2 years. Still, obviously, he's trying to catch his basketball legs a little bit, but it was just really nice to see him out there.
Going back to Bryson Tucker, 19 points tonight. What does it mean to see that out of a true freshman?
I mean, obviously, Bryson Tucker's, yes, he's a true freshman, but at the same time, he is a 5-star McDonald's All-American. So you also got to play that in. That guy's been playing against pros since he was 14 years old. Played in a lot of pro-ams, and yeah, I mean, it was great. He came in the bench, and he looked comfortable out there. Was a little bit worried that, obviously, playing at the college level, playing high school basketball, a little bit different, but I thought he's out there, and Mike Woods has been talking about all offseason, all summer, that he showed that he belongs, and you can kind of see that out there. Still a few things he needs to work on. Obviously, his three-point shooting is not the best part of his game, but that mid-range game, we mentioned it. I mean, it's just spectacular, man. It's smooth, and you really liked what you saw tonight, and hopefully he can just continue to build off of that. And
staying on the page of IU players making their debut at Assembly Hall, Ja'Kai Newton, he looked really good. That one play he had, that layup, the whole Assembly Hall went nuts. I'm still thinking about that.
Yeah, no, it was a tough bucket. I think that was the only points that he scored tonight. He did have some shots that he took, didn't make anything. But, I mean, the big thing is, I mean, yes, it wasn't all that great. It was just a little bit, I don't know, I guess you call it groggy in a little ways. He's still trying to catch his basketball legs. But the big thing is that he's actually out there. And he's actually being able to go out there and he can run the floor, move up and down. You saw a little bit of the physicality that he plays with. Obviously, that bucket that he had, it was tough through two defenders, scored through contact, got the foul. He's a super athletic freak. If you watch his highlights in high school, if you ever watched him, that dude just makes plays off the bounce. And hopefully that's the next step in his progression, is getting that bounce back, getting that mentality where he can lock up defenses and be just really a pest on that end. But, I mean, it's great to see him in uniform. You hope that he doesn't miss any more time. You hope that he's available for the rest of the season.
And then lastly, three-point shooting, 6 for 25 tonight. With the addition of Luke Goody, do you think there's any concern around that shooting area, or is Indiana going to be okay?
I sent a tweet out earlier, and this was right before Luke Goody hit 2 threes tonight. But Luke Goody obviously struggled a little bit. He didn't make a basket at the Tennessee game. It took him a little bit tonight when he made his first three, and when he did hit that first three, you saw him throw his arms up in the air as a sigh of relief. But yeah, I'm not too concerned about it right now. Indiana's got playmakers on the floor. They got guys that can shoot the basket. Mackenzie Mbako, Luke Goody. Luke Goody's a pure shooter. He's going to get out of this funk, and it's not even really a funk. I think it's just an adjusting to a new environment, new style, new system. So he'll be fine, and I think the whole team will be fine. They got guys that can make shots. It's just all about doing it consistently. The volume's there. It's just all about making them at this point. But I think they'll be just fine.
Big blowout win today at Assembly Hall. Indiana will be back Wednesday to make the season opener against SIUE. Kyler and I will have coverage all season long for Hoosier Illustrated on Twitter and YouTube. Make sure to follow along.